There we go. Mitch, it's great to be talking to you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, John. Thanks for asking.
Now, Mitch, I have had people in my life who do stutter, and I think the biggest important lesson for people to learn is patience. So please take your time. Don't feel rushed to express yourself. Um, how did you find it on the island in dealing with that and playing the game? Because you had a whole other layer to deal with that most people don't.
Yeah. Are you are we re- recording yet?
Yes. So it
Yeah.
can be
All
edited.
right.
Yes.
All right, perfect. I was just making sure. Um, I felt like going out on the island, I was able to like genuinely be myself. Like
Right.
I feel like um I am someone who is incredibly social and eh, I am able to build deep relationships with people. So I knew if I could get out there and survive the first vote, that I would be able to build some like genuine connections with people. And I feel like my stutter like doesn't hurt me at all socially. Like I feel like I'm so outgoing and I am
Right.
so confident in the story that I have, and I'm so open about like having a stutter, and it isn't a huge deal. So everyone else like j- just like thinks it's normal too.
Yeah. Now, what did it mean for you to go out there and be able to represent that? Because again, I asked Eva, putting yourself out there and letting the, nationwide get to see you. But let's be real. Survivor is plays around the world. Everybody gets to see it. What did it mean to you and how hard, what was your thinking going into it? I know because there can be reservations about being that honest.
Yeah, oh my gosh, like before I headed out to LA, like I ugly cried so hard of like, "Oh my gosh, am I really about
Okay.
to do this? Like, am I really about to go and stutter on national TV for the world to see?" And, man, like, you can't let what other people might think about
Right.
you, like, hold you back. Like, I have been incredibly successful in my everyday life. I'm an elementary school gym coach, and I have done so many things that most people would never do,
Yeah.
especially as a person who stutters. So I am incredibly honored that I was given the opportunity to go and play Survivor. Like I didn't get chosen because I stutter. Like I
Right.
got chosen because of who I am as a whole human. And a part of me is that I do stutter. And I'm so thankful that I got to represent people who stutter. And I hope that it shows you that um, all of us are totally capable of doing anything anyone else can do, even play the hardest social game in the world.
Now, the one you must take this as a point of pride, but everybody that I talked to who was voted out said that Mitch kept their spirits up, that Mitch was the one who kind of kept everybody together. That must mean a lot to you. And also, it's hard out there. And again, you had another level of things to deal with. How was it that you kept such a positive spirit under such circumstances, Mitch?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, honestly, every day is really hard as a person who stutters, to be completely honest. So honestly, like I just have become like really emotionally and mentally tough. Like
Yeah.
it, it, it doesn't help you. So I literally try and live every day as joyfully as possible. Going out and playing Survivor is incredibly hard. Like it is the hardest thing I've ever done and will ever do. And it's easy to get super negative out there, which I
Right.
had some incredibly hard and low moments.
Right.
But we're getting to play Survivor. I'm getting to live out my dream. And I always wanted people to know that I was so thankful to be out there. And I always wanted people to feel like, man, like I do enjoy being around Mitch. And sometimes just the fact that people want to be around you is
Yeah.
sometimes enough to
Oh.
keep you in there. And apparently I did a pretty good job of that too. So
Now, one of the really nice moments of the whole season was when Cedric was able to share his personal experience with you, felt comfortable enough to talk to you about that. What did it mean for you to Cedric to share that with you?
wow, it was so good. It honestly like just like made me feel like I was at home. Like it just was this moment where I'm like, yes, I'm playing Survivor, but this is a moment where I'm making a genuine connection with him on a human level, where he knows, like he understands every emotion and thought process that I'm having. Like
Right.
he knows how hard it is for me to openly have a conversation
All right.
or to speak up at a challenge or at a tribal council. And honestly, like if I was sitting there at that final three and he's sitting on the jury, like he openly advocates for me because
Right.
he knows how hard it is. And honestly, like I don't think people completely understood the social game that I was playing and the
Right.
deep relationships I had. Yes, I wasn't the biggest excuse me, the most strategic threat. I never made the big move. I never won an immunity challenge, but sometimes good players don't have to. Like, you don't have to make a big move to win Survivor. You
Right.
don't have to win immunity necklaces. And I felt like if I was sitting there, I had people on the jury who would not only advocate for me, but knew the game I played. So,
Now, one thing about your game, on top of everything else, is that there goes an ally, there goes an ally, there goes an ally. You were basically all your allies disappear. How tough was it to navigate that in the game when every time you turn around, a close ally is disappearing?
yeah, like I don't think I've been given enough credit for the game I played to keep me in the game. Like so many players were in a great spot and blew it up. Like the reason they went home was because of them doing something dumb
Right.
or playing emotional or just saying one wrong sentence out loud. Like that's enough to send you home. And the fact that people aren't giving me credit that
Right.
I was able to stay in the game when I should have been home long ago. I wasn't in the majority for a long time. I was playing from the bottom. I was the biggest physical threat coming into the merge. Yes, people were looking at David and Joe because of their muscles, but I was the one who carried my tribe to 4 out of 5 immunity challenges. The fact that we won when I'm on a tribe with Chrissy and Say and Cedric and Bianca, like, was incredibly impressive. And I'm not like saying that to like make any of them feel bad, but Cedric and Say could not win a challenge at the very beginning. Like, so I don't think people have given me enough credit for the game I played to stay in the game.
Now, I asked this of all the survivors, and maybe this applies to what you were just talking about, but obviously, we can only see so much of anybody's journey on the show. Is there anything about your journey, whether it was, perhaps it was a gameplay, perhaps it was a move you made, perhaps it was just a moment with somebody. Is there anything that you wish fans got to see about your story, Mitch?
Yeah, I think if I would have been sitting at the final 3, I think that potentially the edit looks different. Uh,
Right.
I had so many good conversations with Joe and Shaheen, and I literally felt like I was playing with Kyle from day 1,
Yeah.
and they ended up showing it, like, maybe on episode 3. So I just, like, want people to know that the whole time I was playing an incredibly social game. Unfortunately, it didn't make the most sense in the edit, but I felt like I was playing really hard socially, which is ultimately what kept me in the game until the final 6, and, in any other season of Survivor, the person who plays a good social game is like, wow, like look at how huge of a threat they are. And all of a sudden, because I'm the one doing it and I'm not making a big move against the majority alliance, like everyone has an issue. Like, no, that's not okay. Like, you look at some of the best players to ever play this game, and they played good social games. So I felt like if I was sitting at the end, regardless of what huge moves I made, I felt like my relationships and the social game I played would have given me an incredible chance.
Now, there was one question people had as you know, you had a crossroads in near the finale. It was either you go against Joe and you go with those people or you stay. Why did you decide to stay with Joe and that side of things? Why did you choose that side?
Yes, so when we were at the final 8,
Yeah.
me and Camilla and Star and Mary were obviously on the the outs.
Right.
But I knew that at that point, me and Camilla were already in the 6.
Yeah.
Um, on top of that, I knew that Camilla and Kyle and me were really close.
Right.
Even though you might not see it.
Yeah.
Um, at the 8, I bring up to Star, I wanna sit with you at the final tribal council.
Right.
I gave her a final 3 deal. I said, "Me and Kyle and Camilla and you at 4. If I win immunity, I will give it up to you and Camilla. I will take Kyle out in fire."
Yeah.
Maybe 10 minutes later, after that conversation where I tell her, "I wanna make a move, I wanna vote with you, I wanna play the game with you from here on out." I go up to the beach, there's Joe, there's Eva, there's Kyle, and Eva looks me in the face and she tells me everything that I had just told Star. And it just goes to show you that I couldn't play with Star. She thought she was playing with Eva and Joe and Shaheen still. Like she was telling everyone everything. So in what world would I trust the person who I'm willing to make a move with, who literally just told Eva everything? She has an idol. Like, what? Why am I gonna blow up my spot and potentially, hopefully, go to a 4-4 tie and with someone who is telling them everything? And it just goes to show you that Star really did think she was playing with them still, because I said, "Hey, Star, it's you. You're going home tonight. I'm trying to play with you. Like, literally, I want to play with you. It's you. Please play your shot in the dark. And she looked at me, and in all of her exit interviews, she was saying, oh, like the reason, like he should have made the move with us. She thought she was playing with Joe and Eva and Charlotte. He instilled so much that she didn't play her shot in the dark. Like, literally, if she thought she was really on the out, she would have done it. But she was still under the impression that she was playing with them, which is why it made no sense for me to blow up my spot. So I'm sick of everyone being like, Mitch, you should have made that move. You should know. Like, literally, I gave her a final 3 deal, and she went and told them. So
Well,
no.
again, I mean, people make those things, but they're not out there playing the game. Well, Mitch, it was great speaking to you today. Again, I admire your bravery. I admired you for going out there and just showing who you are and being proud of that. I wish you all the best in the future. And who knows, we may get to talk again sometime if that survivor journey isn't over just yet.
Thank you so much, Sean.
You're welcome. Take care.